Kia ora. I'm coming to you today with a layout for the Confessions of a Paper Addict design team, as well as day 5 of the 20 days of Cutfiles with Confessions of a Paper Addict. Today's theme is circles, and this was circles whether you were doing the summer or the Christmas themed pages, and I have mixed and matched between both. So what I've done is I have cut the circles, the messy circles cut file out using some of the julep glitter paper or glitter cardstock, and so you can see that I've just poked that in the pocket or the clear pocket on the left there, and that's for my 6x8 Christmas album that I'm doing for 2020. So this was very last year. And I also found some circles paper, sort of again that messy circles coming across with the white on that nice blue background. And I found a Picture My Life card, the green one, that I thought tied in the colour from the circles quite nicely on the left there. So what I'm going to do with the page on the left is turn it into a bit of a pocket page, but I'll get into that soon. I'm just working now on the right hand side where I have got the photos of a trip that I went to at Hobbiton, which is near Matamata, and this was during the last December when my middle daughter was graduating from doing an internship at Pathways Bible College. So we went up and we stayed with some friends in Matamata, and I went to Hobbiton, which I'd wanted to do for quite a while, and it was really nice to get there, and it was great to have Anita's company. And I've played around with that stamp. I decided to do the holiday stamp because it was sort of a holiday within a holiday period. I did take a couple of days off school to be able to head up there and enjoy sort of a long weekend, which was really nice to be able to have that freedom at that time of year. So this stamp, I think, is one of the Holly Jolly stamps, and it came out sort of last year, and it's been used a little bit, so it's nice to keep using it. It's fun when you get a stamp set that you find multiple uses for. So I'm just arranging those photos sort of in a trio, and I'm going to back them with some pattern paper. So because I trimmed down that spotty paper to 6x8, there were a few offcuts that I was able to use. So I'm just mounting the photos on there, and I'm just going to trim around them with my scissors so they've got a bit of a border. I'm trying not to do my usual 3 or 4 layers behind the photos in this wee album, because I want some depth, but I don't want it too much with the smaller album, because otherwise it makes it hard to hold the album and store it and pop it in shelves and things like that. So I'm really happy with how that's looking at the moment with the balance between the two pages. I'm just going to add my journaling down the bottom here. So I sort of added a sort of the dates or a summary of the information at the top on that Picture My Life card, and now I just felt I needed a bit more journaling to add in down the bottom here. And I'm basically writing what I said before about the graduation and going to Hobbiton and things like that. And I thought that it tied in nicely with the circles as well, with the big round doors at each of the little houses or the little huts in the hillside. So in this pocket page, I'm going to bring in some different glitters and sparkles. And so I've just sort of chosen some colours that I think will work quite nicely with it, and just sort of seeing how they work. And I noticed that there was a piece of an offcut of some double-sided tape in there, so I've taken that out. So liking that. Now I love these little silver stars, and I just thought with that whole Christmas thing, it would just tie in nicely as this wee page. And then there's some sort of clear gems that I've got in there as well. So I've tucked them into that page. Now the thing with pocket pages is you have to seal them off, or I'm going to have glitter everywhere. So I decided to get out the sort of the page sealer there that I'm going to use, my fuse tool, and I'm using the base of the ruler thing as my base for it, because it's quite hot and I don't want it to melt my mat. So that's why I'm sort of doing it on there rather than separately, and doing it from both angles to make sure it seals really well. So I've sealed that up, and the other way you could have done that is, if you don't have a fuse type thing, use a sewing machine. Would work quite well just to do that strip. And because I made a bit of a mess of the fuse tool, I haven't used it for ages, I'm going to cover that up with a zip strip off this patterned paper. And I'm also going to do that on the other side as well. So the other side has the white messy circles is what you can see, but you can still see all the glitters. And I'm just not certain, but I think the page before it might be my baking page. And I'm just wondering if I'd add a title or add something to do with the baking, or even a baking type zip strip on that page. So I'm attaching that zip strip, and I used the liquid glass because I wanted it to have a really firm seal and not peel off the plastic. And I wondered about using the rest of the zip strip somewhere else, but decided not to do that. So now there you can see the back of that with the white messy circles, which looks kind of cool. So I just need something to cover up where that zip strip bit is, and then we'll be good to go. So now I'm going to add some of the sequins onto the right hand side page as well, just to add that connection or continuity to show that the pages really join together and are part of the same spread. So just a couple of tips from today, I guess. Don't be afraid to use your pages or your pocket page, your clear protectors as a whole pocket page. And the glitter cardstock's a winner when it comes to adding a little bit more sparkle, and either stitch or fuse up your pocket pages. Remember to head to the Confessions of a Paper Addict Etsy store for 25% off. Thanks for watching.